parlare, per fare entrare. Dai, benvenuti tutti i devoti, dandavat.
Dandavat tutti devoti. Is the microphone on?
Yeah.
Here.
All right, very good. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So today we have a special day arranged by Cinmoy Dev Prabhu, Nārada Prabhu, all the devotees here. They're sharing a video of Srila Gurudev and then a little discussion afterwards, I believe, and a beautiful video, of course.
Quindi oggi è uno Zoom speciale, Madhurana ha selezionato un video di Srila Govinda Maharaj che vola. Cinmoy ha selezionato il video e Madhurana l'ha implementato in tutti i media, quindi lo condividiamo in questo Zoom e poi vedremo cosa succede.
It is with Italian subtitles.
So no kirtan, we go straight to... Yeah.
Well, Gurudev is sitting waiting by the looks
Yes.
of it. Let's not keep Gurudev waiting.
So, Vivi, you choose microphone integrato and no musician.
It's a short video, dear devotees, about 10 minutes, I think. So we're in Navadip, and we've come up to Srila Gurudev's veranda in Navadip.
This one, yeah. And no musician.
And you probably want our microphones turned off, I don't know.
You have to stop the chairs.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadha.
Ok, un po' di sudore alla tecnologia dobbiamo dare, ma presto partirà il video. Ok.
In Srimad Bhagavatam, āradhito yadi haris tapasā tataḥkim, nāradhito yadi haris tapasā tataḥkim, Antar Bahiryadi haris tapasā tataḥkim, nāntar Bahiryadi haris tapasā tataḥkim. Main point is that main goal to satisfy Krishna. If not, then what will do with our much activity, much work, much austerity, and no value will come to us. If our master not satisfied, and if our master is satisfied, then everything will come happy. And that is, Bhagavad said, is āradhito is tapasā tataḥ. But actually necessary to satisfy our Prabhu, Master. And if it is, then it is very good. Everybody knows and forget it. It is also for myself also. Every day Guru was giving me direction when I am going to preach, and that was very best direction I am thinking. Many times I told to others, I cannot beg to others, that is my nature. And every day I was very disturbed and very shy. And every day Guru Maharaj teaches me. I told Maharaj, I cannot beg to others' house. I cannot beg to the shop. You give me something like beggar, I cannot do. Then every day Guru Maharaj teaching me, Yeah, why you are thinking you are going like beggar? You think you are going as their best friend to their house, and you want to give them what? They are not giver. Actually, you are giver to them. They are not giver to you.
Yes.
What they will give? Maybe 5 rupees. 5 rupees is nothing in this mandate. But you are going to give them Krishna consciousness. And their super benefit of the soul, that is Krishna consciousness. And you will approach them that way. Why you are thinking you are going for 5 rupees? It is not your business. But it is true, 5 rupees you can take from them. And what you will do with that 5 rupees? You will do your Guru Seva. And Gurudev, he is offering that 5 rupees to the Krishna. And what is the value of 5 rupees? Value is that that man earned that 5 rupees with his energy. Then you are the best friend of that man. You are taking his energy and giving for the service to Krishna. And you preach him this. That is your duty. You are a preacher, you are not beggar. Understand? This was Guru Maharaj's preaching, and every day. And every day I am forgetting. That is my nature. Yeah. But preaching this way, Guru Maharaj told me, you are going to him for his benefit. And that way you will get benefit. That is, Mahaprabhu will be happy, your Gurudev will be happy with you. This is your business, you are not a beggar. Then preach. And when you will go to preach to others, they will question you. And you must give answer, otherwise which way you will convince them. And that question answer, that is the topics of Krishna Katha. No other things with others. That topic is Krishna. Then Krishna Katha, you will be benefited, he will be benefited. He will be corrected if he is a worshipper of Lord Mrs. Kali.
Lord Mrs. Kali.
If he will take turn to worship to Krishna, then he will get more benefit. They are worshipping, mostly they are worshipper, Kali worshipper. But if they will take turn for worshipping to Krishna, they will be attracted to Krishna by you, through you. And this way your preaching will go with them. And lastly you will get his energy, that is money. Then if you put for your service Guru Seva, then they will get super benefit. And one day they will come in the line of Krishna consciousness. Then you are not beggar, you are giver. They have no property. All property of Krishna's property, and they are stealing that property. You preach them. You are stealing Krishna's property. Asure lutiya khai Krishner bhandar. They are all is asura. They are stealing the property of Krishna. They are enjoying property of Krishna for themselves. If necessary, you forcefully take it from them. Sadhu. Yes, it's happening. It's happened before. Ramanujacharya, his sampradaya. There is Alwar. And which way the temple of Ranganath? Srirangam temple come out. Which way? By Ravani. Forcefully, who not will give. He have wealth, not giving. take forcefully that oil and serve Krishna. But I am not telling that. Go, do conversation with them. If debating will come, you debate with them. What you cannot answer, you come to me and tell me. I shall give answer. Again you go to him and hit that wall. He goes to wall, hit and broke that wall. You are going not like a beggar. Every day Guru Maharaj is telling me, this is our preaching. Actually they are beggar. They have nothing. They are thinking they have many things. But you have property. That is service to Krishna. You distribute that service to them. They will be enlightened. They will be benefited with your association. Then give association to them. And if possible, bring some energy from of them and engage their energy for the service to Krishna. That was every day Guru Maharaj, every day telling me. Also, Srila Swami Maharaj is giving too much enthusiasm, and he is giving many answers. You know, that is published already. The Kali worshipper, what they will do with Mother Kali. If Mother Kali is very satisfied, then Mother Kali give post as her servitor. Then you will be some jackal, some dakini, some jogini, Mother Kali living in the cremation house, cremation field. Then you will stay there with Mother Kali. And the picture showing, and Mother Kali showing her naked body to the sun, and sun's coming attracted, and Mother Kali cutting their head and making garland. Mother Kali's garland is human head garland, and you will enjoy with that blood. This is good. Or in Vrindavan, there is so many cows, so many cowherd boys, there is Jamuna Pulin, there is flour, there is fruits, there is doodh, ghee, makhan, dodi, chana, and many girlfriends. They are playing with Krishna. Every day several kind of play going in Vrindavan. There is natural forest. Sriya Kanta Paravo Purusa Kalpatra Druma Bhumis Chinta Manikanamayi Toyam Amritam Katha Ganam Natyam. This you want, or you will go to Mother Kali. Cremation field. What? And eating blood. What is suitable? You think. Then you go. Proceed on. That was preaching. Sometimes they want to beat us also.
Village with Srila Goswami Maharaj, and they were in a man's house, and Goswami Maharaj, he asked that man for a donation, and the man said he wouldn't give anything.
Yes.
And then Goswami said, no, we will not leave until you give some donation. You are so sinful, I must give you some sukriti. And Guru Maharaj said Goswami Maharaj was fighting with that man and wrestling. And
But lastly I've got 1 rupee.
yeah.
1 rupee.
1 rupee. I shall give you some sukriti. That was Goswami Maharaj's style, was very nice. And one day, one man not giving anything, very miserly. And God brothers of Goswami Maharaj. That and Goswami, that man is very much. Can you take from him something? And Goswami Maharaj said, yes, I must take from him. Never, he is a Vaishnava. You cannot take anything from him, and he is a miser Vaishnava. But not real Sahaja Vaishnava, but miser. He not will give, we tried so many ways. Then Goswami Maharaj said, I must take from him. Then he went. Then lastly he not given anything, then he asked him, you give your mridanga. I said, take mridanga for playing. You are a Vaishnava, many things, you make illusion. Then he given that mridanga, not money. Then he sold that mridanga in 3 rupees.
Wow, beautiful. Now we all have to start again Sankirtan with books tomorrow.
Govinda. Govinda, Govinda.
Traduzione Govinda Govinda.
We can hear.
Allora, qualcuno di italiano può dare un feedback sul sonoro? Non ce n'è niente. Ci sentite?
Sì.
Ok. Quindi,
Sì.
ok.
Grazie.
Hai potuto seguire con i sottotitoli il video. Ok, question and answer after this video.
Sure. Ask a question. Would you like to ask a question?
On the present Vaishnava and online Vaishnava. Domande e risposte da devoti collegati oppure presenti qua. No question.
In the earlier days, do I have a microphone? In the earlier days, I can say that most of our generation, if not all of our generation of devotees, the first years of our life was on the street after a few hours of preparation, joining the temple. Then we were on the street practically every day with Back to Godhead magazines in the beginning and then other things. And really it was like the university of dealing with challenges from the public.
You can see the foundation is solid.
Srila Prabhupada gave that foundation in that time, and it wasn't, oh, do you want to go out on the street? Oh, you're coming to the temple, this is part of your devotional life.
Maharaj diceva che la sua generazione di devoti, per loro era normale quando si univano al movimento di Swami Prabhupada, il primo anno, dopo poche ore di preparazione, dovevano andare tutti per le strade a predicare, distribuire libri, raccogliere offerte.
And you face challenges all the time from the public. And even, I mean, after many years, after 40 years, we get new questions from the public and new challenges.
E ricevevamo molte sfide ovviamente dal pubblico, sempre nuove sfide e dovevamo essere pronti a dare sempre risposte appropriate.
And we knew that what we were doing was right, coming to try to give our life for Krishna, because it was just cleanly, purely, straightforwardly presented by Srila Prabhupada in his books.
E da parte nostra eravamo convinti, sicuri di fare la cosa giusta, perché c'era stato spiegato in maniera pura, perfetta dai libri di Swami Prabhupada, dai Vaishnava, e quella era la cosa più giusta da fare.
But especially after, like I think it was, I was in the temple for 2 weeks, and then was going out, I mean, taken out with the devotees. So we were not well equipped to answer challenges in the beginning, but we knew what we were doing was right. We would get challenges and we couldn't answer. When we come back in the evening, then we talk, we share notes, and we talk with the devotees who had experience. And this way we got to understand how to present things to different people.
E quindi era normale, appunto, per noi neofiti, avevamo solo un paio di settimane di preparazione, che a volte non riuscivamo veramente a replicare alle sfide delle persone, alle domande che ci facevano. Allora prendevamo nota e tornando la sera all'ashram, poi ne discutevamo con i Vaishnava più esperti. E quindi da lì, da queste domande e risposte, nasceva sempre nutrimento anche per noi.
And we also had very much that mood put into us that we are going for their benefit. After all, it's the line of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Gurudev was the first distributor of Back to Godhead magazine. And as we've heard from Gurudev, that actually the preaching, the distribution, the collection, it is for the benefit of others.
Eravamo più o meno convinti di questo fatto, come abbiamo visto nel video, come Guru Maharaj ha spiegato a Govinda Maharaj stesso. Eravamo anche noi, avevamo capito che andavamo a contattare le persone, people reaching, per il loro beneficio. In realtà noi non volevamo ottenere niente per noi da questa interazione, andavamo lì per loro, per estendere a loro la grazia di Swami Prabhupada e di Krishna, e quindi eravamo molto motivati da questo e distribuivamo la rivista Back to Godhead, e così anche come Srila Govinda Maharaj fu il primo distributore di questa rivista.
And one day while distributing, this was when we are in Sri Chaitanya Sarasat Mat. We used to go out every day, 7 days a week, actually, either distributing or programs and public programs for some time. But there was one man, I remember him, he really was old, no teeth and going along with a cane like this. Obviously not long to go in the world. But I remember, and those days we're also always dressed as devotees, the shaved head, going with the books. And then I just, thinking of Guru Maharaj, saw that man and I thought, he's going to leave the world soon. Emergency, we should get some donation. And he did, he gave $1 or something like this. And then I was kind of very happy for him, and he was actually happy too. But really, he was old and in the street, and I asked him.
In India?
In Malaysia.
In Malaysia.
Yeah.
E durante una di queste uscite, perché ogni giorno, 7 giorni su 7, facevamo questo, o programmi pubblici di predica, o incontri, oppure andavamo per strada a contattare la gente. Mi ricordo una volta di aver incontrato un uomo veramente anziano che era sulla tubo di lancio, insomma, non aveva molti giorni ancora da vivere. E allora andai da lui con l'idea proprio di estendere a lui qualche sukriti, qualche merito spirituale, chiedendogli una donazione. Così feci e mi diede qualcosa, $1 forse, e fui molto contento di questo, perché ho pensato, quest'uomo è così vecchio, almeno prima di morire può dare qualcosa, un po' delle sue energie per Krishna.
But of course, Srila Gurudev made a very important point when he's saying about if you get 5 rupees from somebody, and 5 rupees is also like very little money in India, but he'd get 5 rupees from somebody. If that 5 rupees is used in Guru Seva, in Krishna Seva, then that man is going to get benefit. If we are going to use it for our own luxury, then how is that person going to get benefit? So we must take that responsibility to make sure that all the energy that comes is used carefully. And this was a hallmark of Gurudev and Guru Maharaj.
E quando appunto Guru Maharaj diceva a Govinda Maharaj, tu vai e cerca di avere almeno 5 rupie di donazione da ciascuno, per loro non è una grande cifra, quindi non non gli stai togliendo niente, ma se tu destini queste 5 rupie al servizio a Krishna, loro avranno un grande beneficio in ritorno. E quindi questa era la predica di Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. So I'm beginning the talk, but here we have hundreds of devotees in the temple room. It's a magic temple room. They can all say something.
Chintamani has a question.
She has a statement to share.
It's a question.
It's a question. All right. Keshavananda was with me. And he Keshavananda won't sit beside me if I keep putting him on the spot. So the question is, we have a question.
Dandavat pronouns, all the assembled devotees. Dandavats to the Zoomers. So recently I was in India and I went out in Harinam with the devotees. Everybody's white-bodied. And after the Harinam,
We're red-bodied.
there was a large crowd. This is in Rishikesh. And I went around with my sari like this and asking for, as I was saying, Guru Dakshin. And in Hindi, one of my friends who is Indian bodied had told us what they were saying in Hindi. One of the people, they said, oh, the British, they took everything from us and now they've come again to take more. And then when he came back and told me, because many people were very happy to give something. Some people were even coming, from the other side of the Ramjula or wherever we were at to give something for the, So, but I didn't know really how to, how to handle that kind of hater maybe hater is not the right word, but yeah, how to understand as a white-bodied person collecting. Yeah.
Irish.
Well, whatever the foreigners, the Angrezi, it's all one word, Angrezis, right? So, any commentary from how I can understand that from a senior Vaishnava? Or do you want to translate?
Velocemente quello che ha raccontato Cintamani, che hanno a Rishikesh un gruppo di devoti e hanno fatto un Sankirtan. Erano tutti devoti occidentali di pelle bianca, diciamo, e alla fine ha girato col sari a chiedere qualche offerta. E un uomo in Hindi ha commentato, gli inglesi ci hanno portato via tutto e adesso ancora vengono a chiedere qualcosa a noi. Allora Cintamani chiedeva se si poteva commentare questo evento successo.
While Keshavananda was considering the answer, I'll just make a little point on this, that when we know what people are saying as we're going collecting, it can be sometimes very difficult to digest. And we talked about Malaysia before. I was going every day to distribute, and many is to the Chinese people. And then I went distributing with a devotee who speaks Chinese. And he lasted about 20 minutes. And he said, do you know what they're saying about us in there? And he could understand what they're saying. I didn't understand a word. And day by day, we're going out, not disturbed because we can't understand them. But then, of course, okay, you say that first in Italian.
No, semplicemente Maharaj diceva che a volte è meglio non capire quello che la gente commenta. Quando era in Malesia andava in giro appunto a fare Sankirtan, distribuire libri, chiedere offerte, c'erano dei commenti che poi gli hanno detto erano molto pesanti, ma lui tanto non li capiva, quindi non rimaneva turbato.
But the other thing is, of course, it's not only they say things and you don't understand, but there are those, like you were saying, they say things and you do understand through an interpreter, or you understand because it's your own country. And when things happen, if we can't answer and like this, and if some things are hurtful, you can say, it's a challenge to us that we have to adjust to everything. So that praise and insult also we need to be able to take in the same way. And you can meet like 50, well, I don't know how many people, just say any number. In a week, meet 200 people, for instance, if you're going out actively. And one person may be like abusive and everything else. But it's our nature. We'll forget the 199 and we'll be dwelling on that one person or how we didn't deal with them properly or something, you know, for even for a while, for a week or more until kind of the injury heals. But bit by bit, we need to be able to digest the insult as well as the praise. So when mean things happen, we also think, yes, it's for us to adjust. We have to adjust to the environment. Krishna has allowed it.
Veramente, dice Maharaj, queste cose che succedono quando si va appunto a contattare la gente sono sia che siano positive, cioè elogi, commenti positivi, sia che siano insulti o critiche. Dobbiamo prenderli allo stesso modo, come la Bhagavad Gita insegna, no? Appunto, elogi o insulti per il devoto non fanno differenza perché sta solo facendo il suo servizio. E quindi è un test per noi quando usciamo e appunto riceviamo questi feedback più o meno positivi, di poterli digerire nel giusto modo e andare avanti.
But about this like, specific question, Keshavananda Prabhu has got a maturely considered answer.
We need a British to
It's true.
Hare Krishna.
Well, maybe Swami Maharaj or Guru. So kirtan means a fight.
Who says?
I can't remember if it was Srila Prabhupada, I'm thinking, but certainly Guru Maharaj would have concurred with that.
È Bhaktisiddhanta.
Yes.
C'è questo appunto affermazione che tutti...
You know, you're pushing into the Mayic prison house of Durga, and there's going to be some pushback. It's incontestable in ourselves and into the environment. You know, the Russian devotees in Soviet times, maybe again, I don't know, locked up, down the psychiatric ward, injected full of this, brainwashed, killed. Many devotees have been killed through the world. This is the, you know, the downward current of exploitation, and you press into that exploitation with anything going in a different direction, there's going to be some reaction. It's inevitable.
Now you very encourage us.
Why? It's all good though. Just saying, it's not going to be I can't say bed of roses anymore. Preaching me to fight.
Allora, quello che diceva Keshavananda, che sia Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Swami Prabhupada e Guru Maharaj, tutti concordano sul fatto che predicare vuol dire combattere contro un'altra concezione imperante. Praticamente uno sta cercando di spingere un'onda devozionale all'interno della prigione di Durga, e quindi per forza ci sarà una reazione da parte dell'ambiente, e questa reazione a volte è veramente forte. Sappiamo che alcuni devoti nell'ex Unione Sovietica erano imprigionati dopo che erano stati scoperti a fare Sankirtan, erano stati portati in ospedali psichiatrici, sottoposti a lavaggio del cervello, iniezioni e a volte addirittura torturati e uccisi. Questo è
I just got Swami Maharaj say, he says, when someone becomes a devotee, nobody organizes a parade. Flags, he's joined the Hare Krishna. Doesn't happen.
Spesso appunto quando gli devoti arrivano in ambienti di materialisti, nessuno organizza una parata, tappeti rossi, bande.
So, you know, all these apparent troubles must come.
Sorry?
So many apparent troubles must come.
Quindi molti apparenti problemi, opposizioni devono per forza apparire.
Internally and externally.
Esternamente ma anche internamente.
But we are sitting at the beautiful lotus feet of Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Guru Dev, and they're all harmonious, divine vision of tattenukampam shusamikshamano punjane vatmakritam vipakam hridvag vagvapubir vidadan namaste jivete yo mukti parasadaya bhak. Says, when I can see, this is Lord Brahma praying. This is a prayer of Brahmaji after he has been gently taught a lesson, we can say. And he's crying and he's praying to Krishna, this inconceivably, inconceivable, sweet, beautiful personality. And he's praying, when I can see that everything that comes before me in this environment, internally and externally, internally too, Rishikesh, Master, the Lord of perception, when I can see that everything that is coming to me has first passed under the affectionate, loving eye of my Lord, for my own adjustment, it may be, it's always adjustment, maybe some chastisement, maybe some realigning to push us from where we are. You know, Guru Maharaj talks about analysis, what is it? Thesis, antithesis, and synthesis. So we're in our little bubble and we think we've got it down. And then the environment comes and whacks us upside the head and like, oh yeah, you're all night floating along gently. Oh, yeah, well, try this one.
Maybe you are overestimating a little bit my capacity to translate.
You have to stop me earlier.
Besides your body language, the difficulty of the concept.
You should talk in Italian anyway.
No, it's lovely. It's lovely. It's lovely. But quindi Keshavananda dice che su questo specifico tema noi dobbiamo sempre pensare di essere seduti ai meravigliosi soffici protettivi piedi di loto di Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Devi Goswami Maharaj e Srila Bhakti Rakshida Devi Goswami Maharaj, perché appunto solo con la coscienza di Krishna dataci da loro possiamo aggiustare qualsiasi opposizione viene dall'ambiente. E ha citato il famoso verso Tatenu Kampa, dove Shri Brahmaji stesso, il creatore, dopo aver subito un grande test da parte di Krishna, recita questo verso e dice appunto mamma, letter, mamma, ok, scusate. È già tolto. Famoso verso Tatenu Kampa, appunto, dice qualsiasi risposta dall'ambiente riceviamo che possiamo percepire come dolorosa, dannosa verso di noi, ingiuriosa, eccetera, in realtà dietro di questo c'è sempre l'amorevole sguardo di Krishna. Niente avviene senza la sua sanzione. E quindi ognuno di questi eventi in realtà è un'occasione che Krishna ci sta dando per riallinearci, riconsiderare la nostra posizione, capire meglio quali sono appunto qual è l'armonia dell'universo e che Krishna è il controllore di ogni cosa, è Rishikesh, è il controllore anche di tutti i sensi, di tutte le percezioni, e quindi ogni cosa va per il meglio, nonostante la nostra percezione buona o negativa di quello specifico evento.
So Brahmaji saying like that, when I see in that way, I'm entering into the divine domain, because I'm seeing everything in connection with the center, and that center is loving and sweet and full of charm and affection, the prime cause. All you need is love. It's true. This is the science of that.
E quindi quando applico questa visione divina entro in un'atmosfera divina dove appunto ogni cosa è armoniosa, ogni cosa è governata dalla bellezza, dall'affetto.
And famous example is Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj, when some person was on the phone, kept phone, some crazy person basically was on the phone and kept screaming at him and calling him names and this, that, and the other. And he kept calling again. And eventually one of the other Maharajas was saying, oh, let me take the phone, Gurudev. You don't have to listen to this. And Gurudev said, no, Krishna wants me to hear something. It's not like they're also, you know, everything is going smoothly, and they're also faced with so many challenges, we can say, but they're always looking for the looking in deeper, dive deep into reality, Guru Maharaj would say, to see which way, how this is moving and how to go forward with this.
E per appunto spiegare meglio questo concetto, Keshavananda ricorda un giorno in cui Srila Govinda Maharaj ricevette una telefonata da una persona che cominciò a sbraitare, insultarlo e dire cose veramente spiacevoli, ma lui non appendeva il telefono e un altro devoto gli disse: dai a me il telefono, posso avere io a che fare con questa persona, non è necessario che tu ascolti tutti questi insulti. E il Srila Gurudev invece disse: no, Krishna vuole che io in questo momento ascolti questo, vuole che io sia esposto a questa situazione, un motivo ci sarà, e quindi ascoltò fino alla fine.
And of course, these are all big words coming from a small mouth. It's not that we can so easily see like that or be like that. This is how the Vaishnava, the Sadhu, reads reality.
A big word from a
Dice che dice
small...
grandi parole che vengono però da lui che riusciamo sempre a vivere, a mettere in pratica questi grandi insegnamenti.
E quindi questi sono grandi insegnamenti, parole importanti che vengono però, che hai visto, cercando di portare alla vostra attenzione.
But this is Guru Maharaj's, you know, this is at the core of the sweet absolute, all harmony, that I am exactly where I need to be, and I am experiencing exactly what I need to experience
E
for
quindi
me to proceed happily.
Quindi questo è il modo in realtà per percepire il dolce assoluto. Come possiamo percepire che l'assoluto è così dolce e benevolo se non riusciamo a capire che ogni evento, in effetti, avviene in quel momento a noi per la nostra correzione, per il nostro beneficio?
It just requires a different angle of vision.
È richiesto quindi un differente angolo di visione.
But I would also be super annoyed if people, you know, if I heard that, but what can you do, you know? You know, there's always something. And then the other people were very happy. But it's always like that, the one who isn't is the one that sort of, you know, gets you, and the happy ones.
So again,
come aveva già detto Maharaj, che tantissimi saranno stati invece super contenti, ma noi, se c'è stata solo una persona che ha detto qualcosa di antipatico, ci rode, ci disturba, quindi continuiamo a pensare solo a quello.
But you're good at talking to people.
Yeah.
What were you able to reply? Were you talking that?
I found out after.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't in the moment, it was after, when we were out to dinner afterwards.
Well, when you find out afterwards, then that's just something, okay, we heard it, that's just something to digest.
Yeah.
When it's there at the time, then you just have to weigh up whether you will say anything or not, or you may just become even better target for their abuse, especially if it's a group of people, because they egg each other on, and then you just putting yourself in as the target.
And you just dance off down the street.
Niente, ma ci dice che non è sempre necessario comunque rispondere, delle volte semplicemente resti in quel momento il loro bersaglio, soprattutto se sono un gruppo, quindi niente, resti umile.
And we can also, when you are there on the spot, you have to think what's going to come to mind. But think of Gurudev is one thing, and then you can also think, well, if there's that opportunity, you can say to them, well, actually, we appreciate your culture so much. We've come to your country to follow your culture, which is to chant the holy name, appreciate the Vedas, and if people give us donations, we will use it for the service of the Lord.
Quindi come proprio risposta specifica a Cintamani Didi che ha chiesto, diceva eventualmente sempre comunque pensare a Gurudeva, è un aiuto per riuscire a rispondere. E poi nel caso specifico avrebbe potuto rispondere che noi appunto apprezziamo tantissimo la vostra cultura e siamo rispettosi, l'apprezziamo e che comunque useremo a servizio di Guru e Goranga e di Krishna la vostra donazione.
But we're always going to get silly comments from many places.
Ma è inevitabile, avremo sempre dei commenti sciocchi da qualcuno, ovunque, in qualsiasi posto, situazione, è inevitabile, succederanno.
And one of the American presidents said, you're from America, that said, you can make all the people happy some of the time, some of the people happy all the time, but you can't make all the people happy all the time.
Ok, quindi un presidente americano disse, poi you can't? Insomma, non puoi comunque, non puoi far contenti tutti, impossibile.
Some of the people happy all the time, all of the people happy some of the
Well,
time.
you have to give me piece by piece.
Okay, you can make some of the people happy all of the time.
Ok, puoi rendere felice qualche persona felice tutto il tempo.
You may be able to make all the people happy for some time.
Ok, forse sarai in grado di rendere qualcuno felice per tutto il tempo.
But you cannot make all the people happy all of the time.
Ma non puoi rendere tutti felici per sempre.
So inevitably, sooner or later, you're going to be getting all sorts of silly comments.
Quindi inevitabile, quindi per forza avremo in un'occasione o in un'altra questi commenti sciocchi.
And generally from people who don't know. And just think back when you were a school child. You know, school children, they're making silly comments to people all the time.
Niente, pensate a quando noi eravamo bambini, scolaretti, che facevamo un sacco di commenti sciocchi, quindi è un po' così, stesso livello.
And unfortunately, many adults are more or less like children. And this was my impression when I first was in school, got a job with grown-ups. And I thought, just like, not so grown-up as not so like mature and sensible as I thought these grown-ups are.
Sfortunatamente Maharaj ha notato che la maggior parte degli adulti sono come i bambini, infatti fanno commenti veramente sciocchi a livello dei bambini.
So now we are grown up body-wise, we shouldn't still be behaving like children and be ignorant of what is the right thing to do. So we want to get some proper education, proper guidance, and we need to come to see the purpose of life and ourselves practice it as well as share with others.
Quindi adesso che abbiamo un corpo da adulti, dovremmo appunto comportarci come tali e farci le domande importanti della vita e ricevere le giuste istruzioni, seguire i nostri guardiani e praticare.
But I must say, I did
Wait.
with Sankirtan with books also. I got this mercy. And it's very hard, but it's so nectarian, really. When you go back home and you got so many good feedback and some also abusive comments. And you feel hopeless and you need help, and help comes in the form of some kind of fulfillment. You did the right thing, at least.
Indus told me some of the comments in Italian.
Oh, one suggestion, very practical suggestion by Krishna Kanta is to put in our signs, "We got a job."
Oh, right.
Because the typical comment is, "Get a job," you know, chanting this thing, go to work.
Singing in the sleep.
Oh.
People say, go to work.
It's the same all over the world.
Yeah.
Same thing. Go get a job.
Yes.
Same. But that kind of rejection is not so bad when you go home and then your family rejects you. That's harder.
Oh dear.
Big challenge.
Do we need to translate that?
Una cosa che è ancora più difficile da digerire, non tanto i commenti delle persone per la strada, ma quando torni a casa e i tuoi stessi familiari ti criticano per quello che stai facendo. Quello è ancora più difficile da digerire. Vrajarani annuisce.
Yes, Prajarani, very
Io sono fortunata in questo senso, perché invece no, sono molto rispettata nella mia scelta, soprattutto in questa, e quindi no, sono fortunata.
Fantastico. She said she's fortunate. She didn't get any bad feedback from the family member. Au contraire, no, this is French. Just the opposite. You get good support.
Yeah.
Oh,
Microphone.
yeah.
Oh, you have a microphone.
I just wanted to share this. I remembered an example. I don't remember the exact details, but when Gurudev was a young man in the mott, and he went out collecting, I think he was collecting potatoes for the mott, and he went, but you can correct me if I get the details wrong. And he went to this village, and there was this, like one of the kind of leaders of the village that was extremely wealthy, and he was known for being like a complete miser. And do you want to?
Yeah, che Gurudeva ricorda, però dice correggetemi se ricordo male qualche dettaglio, che Gurudeva racconta questa storia di quando lui appunto nel his own village?
No.
No, comunque era andato a collettare, andavano a collettare per Gora Purnima? Beh, anyway. E comunque doveva collettare le patate ed è andato da questo proprietario terriero che era molto ricco, ma era anche conosciuto per essere molto molto tirchio.
And so when he went there, and they told him, "You'll never get a donation from this man. Like he's just absolutely never." And he was like, I will get a donation. And he went in, and the man was like obviously very hesitant at first, and then Gurudev was talking to him for some time, and he came out and he gave so much, like maybe a truckload of a huge donation, and the people were astounded. And then the man said,
Era riso quindi? Ok, e quindi quando tutti gli dissero non riuscirai ad avere niente da quest'uomo, questo proprio spinse Gurudeva ancora di più ad andare proprio da lui, e ne uscì con un rimorchio carico di patate o riso, ora non ricordiamo.
I thought that they didn't tell him that he was a miser.
No.
They just said, huh? They didn't tell him.
They taunted him. Actually, as he entered the village, they taunted him and said, "You won't get anything." And like the naughty boys of the village, and the people, they just told him, no way. And then, more or less, because they taunted him, then Gurudev took it as a challenge. No, I will get, you see. And then when he went out, he had a whole bullock come. They were all astounded. And then they, oh, you're
Quindi
telling the
proprio lo
story.
presero, appena entrò in quel villaggio, tutti appunto conoscendo questo proprietario, questo ricco signore, tutti cominciarono, appena entrò per collettare, cominciarono tutti gli abitanti del villaggio a prendere in giro Gurudeva, dicendo ah non avrai niente, ah ah ah. E questo proprio iniziò in lui la sfida.
But Keli will tell you the answer that he gave to those the village boys.
Well, actually, I forgot that part of it. Maybe you can. What stuck in my mind was what the man said about Gurudev.
Yes.
Why he gave it.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
That's how he answered them when they came to him and said, when
Oh.
we come, you give us a handful or something. He's gone out with a cart. How is this? And then his answer.
But I may not quote it perfectly. But he said that boy, he gave me something so extraordinarily beautiful. Like I would have given him everything.
Well, more at least.
Right, okay.
E quindi quando invece uscì con un rimorchio pieno, a quel punto tutti sorpresi dissero ma com'è possibile? A noi non dà niente, ci dà al massimo una manciata. Come hai fatto? E Gurudeva gli disse che quell'uomo stesso disse a questo ragazzo mi ha dato così tanto in maniera così dolce e meravigliosa che gli avrei dato qualsiasi cosa o ancora di più.
Yes, beautiful. Beautiful Gurudev, wonderful Gurudev. Don't challenge Gurudev. Oh, in Italian, yes. Cinmoy Dev Prabhu, please, in Italian. Some words. We've got our Italian too.
Well, first in English. Just in response to your question, as Gurudev is saying in the video, we're not going as beggars, we're going as givers. So we're trying to give something divine to these people. We're not going as a Westerner, we're not going as a woman, we're not going as a man, we're going as a servitor of our Guru for the service of Krishna. And if people can't see that, it's unfortunate for them. They're missing something. We should have compassion for them. That it's very, very sad that you are trying to give this great treasure to them and they can't see it. They can't appreciate it. I always like to give the example of, I'm forgetting her name, Bimala. Bimala, when she goes out preaching, she has this mood that she wants to give and you have to accept what she's giving. And she's not going to take no for an answer. But then when people are rough with her or abuse her in any way, water off her back. She doesn't care, doesn't mind, because she's doing it for some other purpose. She wants to give. And, if they want to give, that's great. It's good for their benefit. But Gurudev says in another video, when he would come back from collecting, Guru Maharaj would ask him, how much did you bring and something like that. But never any chastisement, never any criticism. Always just, you have gone out and you have done your service. You have gone out and done your duty for your Guru and Krishna. And that is what is important, that you are doing that. What you get in return, that is Krishna's will. So that should be the move when we go out there. And if we get attacks, personal attacks, it may be a little difficult, but really we should feel sorry for these people. They're very far away. You are coming and singing in the street, dancing, chanting the names of the Lord. And what does he see? He sees a white body singing some random song. That's what he's seeing. That's very sad because you are actually distributing the highest thing and he's not appreciating that. And so many people out there, they're just not able to appreciate it. They don't have the sukriti, don't have capacity, the samskar. They don't have the samskar. So for them, we just pray that they receive the mercy of Gurudev at some point in their life. They can come. At least they heard the name Hare Krishna. Quindi la risposta, sto rispondendo dalle domande da Cintamani. E nel video Gurudev dice che non siamo mendicante, siamo donatore. E dobbiamo ricordarci di questo concetto che quando noi andiamo al pubblico vogliamo dare qualcosa a loro. E questo regalo, quello che vogliamo dare è cose preziose, cose meravigliose, che se c'è qualcuno che non può apprezzare, chi abusa o chi critica quello che stiamo facendo, quello è molto triste. Dobbiamo avere compassione per questa persona perché lui è lontano dal nostro scopo della nostra vita. Stiamo dando la cosa più meravigliosa nel mondo e loro non possono apprezzarlo. E loro hanno il concetto del corpo. Loro vedono il corpo, vedono una canzone, qualsiasi cosa, ma non vedono la vera cosa, quello che stiamo dando. E quello è molto triste per loro, perché loro sono lontano dalla coscienza di Krishna. Quindi anche quando Gurudev vai a predicare, ma mendicare, e quando lui torna a Guru Maharaj chiede quanto hai ricevuto, ma Guru Maharaj non ha mai criticato o mai fatto o si è lamentato di tutto quello che Gurudev ha fatto, perché Gurudev ha fatto il suo dovere di andare lì al pubblico e fare il servizio di dare qualcosa speciale alla gente. E quello che va in ritorno è il valente di Krishna. Quindi è importante di ricordarci che quando andiamo al pubblico non siamo bianco o nero, americano, inglese, non siamo questo corpo umano, siamo un servitore di Guru per il servizio di Krishna. E siamo andare al pubblico per distribuire questa coscienza di Krishna. Jagri.
Maharaj.
So, Vinendra Mohan Prabhu. Gabriella, good to have you with us also. Sometimes we miss seeing you so happily. And Jaya Shekhar Prabhu, Nārada Devi Dasi with us, Dinabandhu Prabhu with us. And Axel, somehow you have our connection. Do you speak Italian? I don't know. In America, and Axel's in USA. Ananda Krishna's cousin, that's right, yeah. Happy to have you with us on this Zoom. And those who may be seeing in the recorded version too, because I do see it's recorded. Hare Krishna. So you've got the musician thing there. Then we can end with Hari Hari Nama Krishna. And I think we should be able, one contribution from this side of the room. Vishnu Priya Devi Dasi, visiting from London. She's got a contribution for us. Happily to see someone enthusiastic.
Hari Hari Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Hari Hari Namaha Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana. Giridhari Gopinath Nanda Namo. Gandharvika Gopinath Shri Giriraj Vargopaju Ki Jai Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Maharaj Ki Jai Srila Bhakti Rakasha Dev Maharaj Ki Jai Srila Bhagavan Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai Shri Rupa Guru Varga Ki Jai Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Ananta Pati Vashavinda Ki Jai Shri Chaitanya Saraswati Ki Jai Shri Acharya Vrinda Ki Jai Vila Govinda Ashram Ki Jai tutti i devoti riuniti Ki Jai Jai Srila Bhakti Sundar Maharaj Ki Jai Nita Gaur Premanande
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Dandavat.